Nate Wilson here at the Woodland Fitness Center. Today I'm going to go over just a couple of things that'll help improve your bench press. So I'm going to give you a bench press checklist from start to finish, and we're going to go over some of the techniques used to produce more power, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in. So the first thing I like to focus on when I'm bench pressing is when I lay down, I like to focus on getting my back flexed and getting my chest stretched out. And I push my back and my traps into the bench behind me. So I'm going to show you that real quick. So as you can see, I'm flexing my back and pushing into the bench behind me. You can also see that I'm sticking my chest out as well as kind of sticking my abs out, and that's because I have an arch in my back too. And so when you're setting up for the bench press, you want to make sure your lower back has a big arch in it like this, which I'm about to show you. So you can kind of tell by looking at my rib cage that I've got a big arch in my lower back, but it's kind of hard to see because of my loose shirt. So I'm going to give you another demonstration that my wife Christina is going to set up for you. The next thing you want to focus on is getting your legs planted into the ground. The legs are your foundation for everything. And if your legs aren't planted and sturdy in the ground, then you're going to lose all the stability in the lift. And your back is going to go loose, and you're going to lose everything that you just focused on in setting up. Now that you have your foundation for the lift and everything is set up and sturdy, you're ready to unload the bar. When you unload the bar, you don't want to lose everything you just set up. So what you want to do is push up, and you want to keep your wrists in a straight line and keep your elbows at an angle, about a 45-degree angle. I'm going to show you real quick. So the next part is actually completing the lift. And there's actually a lot more to it than just putting the weight up and down. I want you to focus on first where your elbows are at. The main mistake I see people make on the bench press is their shoulders flare up like this and they have the bar up here. You're using way too much shoulders, and you're going to compromise your shoulder and possibly cause an injury in the future. We want the pecs to take over. And when we put our elbows like this, we enable ourselves to use our lats as well. If you're up like this, you take your back out of the equation. If you're looking to produce the most power and the most strength out of your bench press, you want to incorporate the lats in every upper body muscle that you can to help assist. So when you're performing the actual lift, you want to keep everything the same as when you set it up, except for your shoulder joints, the elbow joints, which are doing the movement, of course. But you still want to keep your shoulders retracted and chest out. You want to keep that arch in your lower back. And more importantly, you want to keep those legs driven into the ground and pressing into the ground. And that's going to keep your power throughout the whole lift. So when you're doing the lift, the bar is actually going to go from the bottom of your chest back up here, and I'm going to get a side angle and show you how to do that. That's one of the best ways to recruit the lats and recruit all the upper body muscles so that you can produce as much strength as possible while doing the lift. So let's review real quick. When you're setting up, the first thing you want to do is plant your upper back into the bench and keep your shoulders retracted and your back tight together. You want your shoulder blades to tighten together like that. Next, you want to create the arch in your lower back and stretch your chest out. Next, you want to plant your feet into the ground, keep those planted, and push into the ground. And that'll help the arch in the back, and that'll help keep everything else in place. Now that everything is in place, you want to take the hand off and get the bar into your hand without ruining everything you just set up. So keep your wrists straight and keep your shoulders retracted and keep that arch in your lower back and keep everything in place before you even perform the lift. Next, on the way down, remember to keep your elbows at a 45-degree angle. And remember, the bar is going to come right below the nipple line here, and it's going to go back up to right here, as I showed you in that last video. And so those are just a couple of pointers to help out with your bench press. If you guys have any additional questions, feel free to contact me. I've got my card up front here, or ask any one of the other trainers that are here at the gym. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night.